Hello friends, welcome to UDLCC support. This is part 2 video of backup, restore and recovery. In this video, we will discuss about logical backup and restore methods using MySQL. So without any further delay, let's discuss about logical backup and restore methods. Friends, as you can see on the screen, we have left and the right pane. In the left pane, we have some theoretical part, and in the right pane, we'll implement everything practically. So friends, in first video, we have discussed about backups, different type of backups. If you missed that video, I would like to request to first enjoy that video one, then go for second video. So let's discuss about logical backup and restore using MySQL dump. So what is logical backup? We already discussed in our first video. Now, to do a logical backup, we have so many tools to do that. MySQL dump is one of the tool. So what exactly is the MySQL dump? MySQL dump is actually a MySQL client program. There are a number of client programs. If you go to our different videos, you will find what are those client programs. MySQL dump is one of the client program. Okay. So what actually MySQL dump does? MySQL dump produces two types of output depending on whether the hyphen tab option is given or not. So it depends upon hyphen type option is used in your MySQL dump or not. So if you use hyphen tab, MySQL dump produces two output files for each dump table. So if you have a database like DB1, and in that DB1, if you have suppose 3 tables, then it will generate for every tables, it will generate a text file and a SQL file. What does it mean? So in text file, you will get data in tab delimited, and in SQL file, you will get create table statements. So for simplicity, you can go for this option. If you want your tables in a different files, then go for this option. Now, this is the example. We will do it practically also. So MySQL dump hyphen tab equal to, you'll have to specify the path where your files will be uh, created. So this is the path. Okay, you can take any path, and this is the user, and the password you can type after this command, and this is our database. So we'll do it practically also. And if you don't use any tab option, so in that case, MySQL dump writes SQL statements to the standard output. Like if you have a specified any file, then it will write all the commands like create statement, insert statement, create table, create procedures, everything will write on your file. I mean standard output. So this is something about MySQL dump. Now, coming to what are the possible ways to do a backup using MySQL? These are some possible ways we have mentioned here. There are lots of ways. If you want to do something else apart from these options, you can go to MySQL dump hyphen help. There are lots of, you can see here, MySQL dump hyphen help. You'll find lots of options there. Okay. So based on your requirement, you can choose any of the options. Okay. Now coming to our remaining part. So what are the possible ways to do a backup using MySQL? So these are some options. The first option is to take backup of one database. If you want to take backup of only one database, like suppose in our case, I have testing database, then you have to write MySQL dump, then user, the password, and the database, and the file path, followed by your file, where you would like to generate those SQL commands. So the path and the file name. So what it will do, it will write all the testing database related create and insert statements into this testing.sql file. The second option is, if you want to take database of all the, if you want to take MySQL dump of all the databases, in that case, you will have to specify hyphen all databases. So it will take backup of all the databases, including your MySQL database, where you can find grant tables, users, etc. And our third option is how to take compressed backups, and when we can use compressed backup. If your database size is so large, like suppose in 100 GB or 20 GB, you would like to save some spaces on disks. So in that case, you can do a compressed backup. What we'll have to do, we'll have to just type your dump command and the databases. If you want to take all databases, then right here, then pipe, then gunzip, gzip, and redirect it to some files with the path. Okay. Now, if you want to take some few databases backup, like suppose in our case, I have testing 1 and the testing 2 database. If you want to take these two databases backup, then I'll have to write hyphen databases, then all the databases you want to take backup, and the path name and the file name, like 2db SQL. Okay. If you want to take backup of one database with few tables, okay, in earlier case it was few databases, but in this case you will take backup of few tables in a single database. Like suppose I have testing database and I want to take table1 and table2 table backup, then you will have to write the database name here and the table name here, then the file name with path. In the another option, I am running this with routines. If you want to take backup of your database with store procedures, so we'll have to specify database name and hyphen routines. It will take backup of routines as well. Okay, and the file name followed by your path. Okay, so another option is, if you want to take backup of your database without any data, like suppose you have databases where records are there in tables, and if you don't want to backup the data, then you can specify here the database name and hyphen no data. Okay, I hope you understand. Now another option is, if you want to take only structure without any data, you want to take only structure. Okay, so in that case you will find the database name MySQL dump, user, database name, and no create info. Then it will give you backup of your database with only structure. Now our another option is, if you want to take backup with bindy log end position. What does it mean? Like suppose if you want to create a slave server, then you have to know that what is the log position, last log position. From there you will have to resume your slave server. So in that case, you will have to use this option to take backup. The option is rest everything is same, all databases, and then you can write here master data 2. So for another options like master data 1, master data 3, we'll talk in replication topic when we'll do in another video. So, and the file name. So I hope you understand all the options, possible options. For rest of another options, you can take help of MySQL dump using this command. Now, how we can restore that? So I have taken two options to restore full backup. Like suppose if you have a file in compressed format, like we did in option third, all DB, then you can, without uncompressing this file, you can restore that server. This is very useful command. So like suppose you have database of suppose 500 GB or 200 GB, then if you uncompress it somewhere else, then it will take some more disk spaces. So without uncompressing this file, you can restore your database using this command. This is very useful. Gunzip, then less sign, then your backup file path name, then pipe, then MySQL -u, then the user and the password, and in which if you want to restore in a single database, then you can do it like this. Otherwise, it will restore all the databases, correct? In the second option, I am restoring one database, okay? So I have taken, like suppose in DB1, suppose I have taken backup of DB1 database, then you can restore it using this command, and you have to specify DB1, okay? If DB is not there, then you can create that database, and then you can restore it. Another way is to do that. If you don't want to use it with compressed file, then you can use this also. Now, besides that MySQL dump, we have more options to take logical backup. What else is this? Logical backup and restore with delimited text. In this option, you will select from your table and create one file, and then you move this file to somewhere else, and you can restore that table with that file. So let's take one example. As you can see, I have selected few rows, I can say few columns from test database, and I have written to one file that is 1.csv, and what will be the delimiters? The delimiters is comma, and these records are enclosed by double quotes, and lines are terminated by your new line. So this you can take backup of your one table and write it to one file. Okay, we'll see it practically also, the physical file, how it generated the CSV file. And with this command, you can restore that file into a table. Like suppose load data, local file, and this file name, including path, and the table name where you want to restore. If the table is already exist, then it will append the data. Fields terminated by the similar way that you have taken while you select from your table into a file. Fields terminated by comma and closed by double quotes, lines terminated by new line. Okay, so friends, we have seen two options for logical backup using MySQL dump, and the second option was with delimited text. Let's do it practically one by one. So in a MySQL dump, we'll take only one option, and if you have any doubt, any clarification, if you want, then you can mail me or WhatsApp me on this number. Will definitely help you out. Don't hesitate to contact us. Okay, so let's generate a backup. Like suppose I have databases, I want to see all the databases. Okay, now we can take full backup also, and I have one database testing. We can see the test. We can take a backup of testing also. So let's do the backup of testing database. Like suppose I want to do a testing database, this one. Okay, sorry about that, pasted 2 times. Okay, now it will create a testing database backup. Now I have to write password. Yeah, so if you want to see this physically, you can see, like suppose vi command, you can see there will be a, since it is a logical backup, you will find table commands, insert commands, all these commands you will find. Okay, but you cannot see log position because we did not try any master data 2 command. Okay, so if you want to see that, we can see also. Let's remove this file. I want to take backup of same databases with master data 2. So for this, your binary log should be enabled so that it can generate a log file position. Let me copy. Hyphen master data 2. Yeah, let me put the password. Now let's see whether the log position is written in the last or not. Let's go to the last of this file. We'll have to see whether the log file binary log is enabled or not. Yeah, you can see here, yes, it was enabled. So you can find here change master to command and master log position, you can see here 154. So but in our last file, we did not see this command because we did not use master data 2. Okay, so this is very useful when you set up a replication slave and you want to restore this backup to that slave server first. Okay, now let's suppose, coming to our restore option, there are lots of options to take backup. You can try at your end also. Now I'm coming to restore options. So to restore, first I will drop this database so that you can ensure that restore has been successfully done. Drop database testing. Database has been dropped. Now see databases. Now your testing database is not here now. So now I will restore this backup file using this command. Okay. So since it is not in compressed format, okay, we can simply write to restore MySQL -u root -p, then less than sign, then the file name. This will simply restore your database, the testing database. Oh, so because database is not there, you will have to at least create the database. Create database. Testing. Create database testing. Wrong spelling. Use testing. So tables. There is no table now. So we can restore. Then we can check the tables have come for this. We have to specify here testing database, since we are going to restore in this database. Put the password here. Testing. Okay, spelling is wrong. Yeah, restored. So let's see the tables are there or not now. You can find here. Earlier there was no table. Now your database has been restored. There you can find the two tables. Okay, so I hope you understand the logical backup using MySQL dump. Now we can see for these two tables, we can see with the tab option also. Okay, let's do the backup of same database. I'll put some files. Okay, put the password. There are two tables, so it will create 4 files. .txt for two tables, .sql file for two tables. Okay, let's come to this location and see. You can find here SQL file for EMPL, text file for EMPL, EMPL my, EMPL my.sql.txt, empl.sql, empl.txt. There will be one more file for the database. So let's see the SQL file, contents of that SQL. What will be there? There will be, in SQL file, there will be a create table command. As you can see, create table command. Now let's see what's there in .txt file. So the same command dot with .txt. You can find there are two records, so it has generated two records also. Now let's see our second option. Our second option is logical backup and restore with delimited text. So for this table, let's see the structure of this table. I have 4 fields. Now I will see how we can generate a CSV file. Let's copy this command or select empid. Suppose I want to see only empid and the salary. Okay. Union. Why we have taken union? Because I want to generate a heading of these two column. Now we can originally select the fields from that table. Select empid, comma, salary from empl into, let's copy it into file, like suppose I can write here empl.csv. You can see physically. Let's see this file physically. You can see here the first one is heading. Why? Because we have taken this command with union and now there are 2 records, so it has 2 records. You can also type here limit. If you want to take few records, let's suppose 1 record, we can type here limit with the select option. Okay. Q. Now I have EMPL, select star from EMPL. I have 2 records here. Now let's suppose I want to load into this table for 2 more records, and in that, because I have only empid and the salary, if I suppose load into this table, only 2 records will come with empid only and the salary. Let's do that. Copy it What was our file name? Our file name was empl.csv into table, like suppose our table is empl, right? Empl file fields terminated by comma, enclosed by double quotes. In single quote you will have to write double quote, and the lines terminated by new line. Okay, let's do that. There is one more dot came here. I don't know why. Let's remove that. Okay, now let's fire this command. Okay, so there's some error. Okay, you will have to write this path and the file name in single quotes. We missed it. Let's do that. Yes, done. So now if we select from this table, there will be two more. Okay. Why? Because we should because our file has heading and we will have to ignore the heading, and because emp id is auto increment, so create table. That's why the id has come. Yes, auto increment, that's why missed it. So let's do one thing. Let's create a single simple table like the same empl1, and we will restore it in this. Then I hope it will do. Now let's try that load command. Okay, only we'll have to change the table name. Rather empl, you'll have to write here empl1. Okay, empl1. Yes, now select, see this, select star from empl1. Yeah, and you can ignore that heading also. Like let's do this once again. Truncate table empl1. If you want to ignore this, then you can write here ignore one lines. Simply it will ignore the first line. Okay, now see that. Done. So why only emp id and the name, rather coming to your coming to this into salary, it came into name. Why? Because we have taken here, we did not specify under here the field. So that's why it came in name. You can try that. If we truncate it and generate a file with suppose all the fields, let's do that. Let's take all the fields in the similar order, like you'll have to write in the similar order, salary, and then city, CITY, EMPL, EMPID, name, salary, and city. Okay. And let's suppose I have created empl2.csv. It is created. Now I can load this file only. Okay. empl, we have to write here empl2. The CSV file has been changed, and our table name is empl1. I have to ignore the first line. That's it. Now see CMPL1. Now you can see the values are good, but we'll have to see why this salary heading has come. I'll have to see that, but I think it is good. Records are good. So that's from our logical backup part. So this was our logical backup part. I hope you enjoyed this video. In our third part of backup, restore and recovery, we will see logical backup. Sorry, we'll see physical backup using enterprise backup, MySQL enterprise backup. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any additional questions or any doubt, you can email to me on this email ID. You can WhatsApp me on this number. So please don't hesitate to communicate us if you have any problems. Thanks for enjoying this video. Bye-bye.